Hey y'all, I'd love to know what my number one book of the year is and kind of how the others rank as well. So, the perfect way for me to do this is with a ranking matrix. So, that's what I'm working on here. I showed my one from last year. This year, I decided I'm in a larger notebook. I'm in a B5 this year. I was in an A5 last year. I was in a B6 the year before, so like next year, am I going to get even larger? I don't know. Probably not. I'm liking the B5 so far. But anyway, I am. I wanted to allow myself more slots. Last year, I only did 5-star reads. I might do that this year, but I might also bring in maybe my 4.5-star reads. I don't know. We'll see. I can do whatever I want to do because it's my reading journal. So anyway, I've already kind of sketched out sort of the layout of the page. So now I'm decorating. I've got this kind of gray floral washi. I, I think it was from Archer and Olive. Maybe, probably. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that's what I'm using here. Also, the craft knife I'm using is from Archer and Olive, and I really like it, but it's maybe overkill a little bit for the washi. I was afraid I was going to cut through my pages, so I'm going to put that away. Here I am with my little impression label maker that I have a love-hate relationship with. I think I've got it now where it's not going to mess up so much, but whatever. Okay. Anyway, I'm calling this spread the top of the stack. Like, stack of books. Which one's going to come out on top? Sort of a battle. So, got to make sure that the tape is going through there properly before I go to use it again, or else it's going to get all hung up and waste a bunch of stuff. So, anyway, I just keep scraps of like paper bag and stuff off to the side because they're perfect for layering like this, And this is my favorite glue stick, glue, GLOO, that I get from Jet Pens. It smells like baby powder. Yeah, so, but I like it. It's not gross and stinky. The way the ranking matrix works is that each book will have a letter and it goes head to head with every other book. So book A will go up against book B, and then book A will go up against book C, and book B will also go up against book C. So in the down in the column, whichever book wins between A and B, you write it in that box where those two kind of would intersect, and so on and so forth until you get down to the bottom, and then you tally up how many times A has won, B has won, C has won, etc., and you get your winners that way. So pretty easy. I will say that the I use the call pile method for ranking my books, and I'll throw a link to the video where I learned about that in the description. By the way, she also has a really awesome spreadsheet, a Google sheet, that she just lets you have, which I think is so awesome and nice. And I use it. I've been using it. This is my third year using it, I believe. So much appreciated. But anyway, I pretty much know which book is going to be the number one book because after I do this ranking, each book has a number that goes out into like decimal points, right? But sometimes you will have two books that will end up having the same call pile rating. Like, maybe you've got two books that are like 9.0. So then I have to like look at those two books and say, okay, which one do I think is the winner out of those two books? So I mean that's where this does come in handy when you get to those books that end up having the same number rating. And I've had that happen like more than I really expected, because I was thinking this past year that maybe this spread was a little pointless, but I thought it was cool, so I did it anyway. But it ended up, I did have some books, quite a few that ended up having the same ranking. So I did have to make a decision and decide, oh, okay, well, I did like this one better than this one or whatever. But anyway, over here on this right page is where I'm going to put the book covers for each book so that I know which is book A and which is book B and whatnot, because I'm not doing this for every single book that I read this year. So I took an extra sticker, a book cover sticker that I had printed out, and I made sure that I had my correct size here. And now I'm just using this little dot pen. This is a new one that I just got from Archer and Olive. But I'm just kind of making little dot frames for the books, and then I will write the letter above the frame so that I know which is which. I may even I may even write their call pile score underneath each little frame as I put them in, just for quick reference whenever I'm ranking them. But anyway, in that big area, open area, that's where I'll print out a larger book cover for whichever one is the biggest winner. And I may list which one gets second and third, or I may do something else to notate that. I haven't decided, but I have time. I have time to figure that out. So now I am jazzing this up with some stickers. These stickers are from Pipsticks, and I love them. They're always so just cute. And it's cool that they're on clear plastic, so you can kind of move them around and see how they'll look in an area before you peel them off and stick them down. I absolutely love all of the little tiny gold dots. Like this one has gold dots, but then other ones they'll have dots, or they'll have little tiny stars or hearts, or whatever is kind of appropriate to the sticker sheet that it's on. But I just love them because, well, they're great for just kind of filler, and when you need something, but nothing too crazy. You just need a little sparkle on your page. These are great for that. So I use them all the time, just for a little extra something. I'm trying to decorate the left side of the page without getting too much up into that big white area, since I'm not 100% sure how I want to have that be. I just popped that little tiny sticker off of the tweezers. Couldn't find it anywhere. I found it when I was getting ready for bed. It was right in the middle of my shirt. Now it's time to put this page onto my index so that I know where it is. So it's pages 1 and 2. So I'll write that there, and then I wrote top of the stack, and I put an S on it, and I'm mildly annoyed with myself because on my page it says top of the stack, and I wrote top of the stacks. So I'm a little annoyed, but it's fine. I'm not doing anything to fix it because there's nothing really to do. I decided at the last second to add a little something extra to my rating system thing over here, and then my camera battery died. So that is all. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.